Things are definitely changing in your life right now. Do you feel like in your heart this energy of like change? I'm also hearing like pulling in things towards you. I'm hearing your energy is pulling in things towards you. Drastic, huge changes are what you are undergoing, and this can bring a lot of pressure onto you. Things are not as they seem. I'm also getting someone is working behind your back. This could be a friend, a coworker, a family member, a husband, a wife. Take how this speaks to you in your life. There are some things that are being discussed and communicated about you behind your back, and you feel this to be true. This is something that you have been questioning and wondering about. So I feel like you know this person is not true to you. Okay, I'm also hearing demise. I don't know if that's how they feel about you, or if that's the energy that you feel from them that maybe you're picking up on. Okay, but I feel like I'm also hearing you're carrying too much heavy weight. It's time to put that down. And I'm also feeling this energy of like getting your mind moving forward. I feel there's something that you keep turning around and looking back at. You know, it's like when you're driving in a car and you look in your rear view mirror, what's behind you is now behind you. And I feel that I heard Cadillacing. Okay. When I feel the word Cadillacing, I'm definitely feeling like moving slowly. Okay. Like cruising. I'm definitely feeling like maybe that's what you're being guided to do. And I also heard age of Aquarius. Okay. So much is going to come to light. So much is going to be seen. The hidden is being revealed. You can see straight through others as they can see straight through you as well. There are people that can see through you as well. There's going to be a time when nothing is going to be hidden anymore, okay? Whoever else I'm speaking to right now, it's like facing your demons. I definitely feel like maybe someone here needed that confirmation. No more running, okay? Because in 2025, it's going to be filled with much chaos for those who are not and have not begun to do the work to face themselves. But the collective that I'm reading for today, I feel like you've done much work on yourself. Even when those who have doubted you, even when you've doubted yourself, even when, like, you know, of course, you felt like your back was up against the wall, but like, even you believed, even when you saw no evidence of it. Definitely been a long time coming. I feel that things are going to turn out for you better than what you have imagined, better than what you could even expect. So much is already changing around you right now as we speak. Those messages have come through right as I started this video. Okay. So I'm also hearing put the weight down. Okay. This intense pressure that you are experiencing, it's not meant for you to hold on to. So I definitely feel like you're feeling this intense pressure. Whoever I'm speaking to, take it how it resonates, because you're holding on to something. You're being guided to see something in another way, in a new light, okay? See something in another way, in a new light. I'm hearing this will set you free. You will gain understanding and clarity from whatever this is. These messages are really coming through for you. The collective that I'm reading for today, and there will be other side messages as we can see that will come through, so take them how they resonate to you. I feel like the collective I'm reading for today has been through a lot. And how are you moving into 2025? I feel that you're going to move into 2025 with a bang, more into with creativity, using art instead of chaos, because I feel that you are turning or have turned chaos into order. So pain into power, okay? And I feel like you're embodying so many lessons. I feel like I'm also hearing that you have so much to teach through you. Okay. And I definitely feel that that's how you're going to be moving into 2025. What I had wrote down here, because I'm guided to look, was you know what you bring to the table. is what the video is being titled. You know what you bring to the table. There is no doubt about that. You know the power that you carry. And I'm also hearing integrating. So you're definitely at a time right now where you're integrating and things are coming together. You may be feeling like you're hibernating right now. And you may be feeling like, of course, things feel like they've slowed down right now a bit. Right? And I heard it's for you. It has slowed down for you. Okay, I definitely heard time is on your side. And when I heard that, what makes me feel of this is that the collective I'm speaking to, you definitely have noticed how time is an illusion, a man-made thing. Because if you're not actually needing to be or arrive somewhere at a certain time, then you're no longer even paying attention to time. You have no longer been even paying attention to the clocks. You know, I'm a calendar person, and it's coming up for me to even speak on how I used to be like on point when marking off my calendars. It's like I haven't even been paying attention to my calendars. It's kind of like within me, I know what needs to be done on what days, like as far as clients and appointments and stuff like that. But I have not been paying attention to the calendar, and there's like weeks will go by and I have not even marked off the calendar. It's like more being aligned with the cosmos, right? Not the program, if that makes sense to you. Not the programs anymore that you have, that you're no longer responding to or following anymore. Okay, this is clearing out for you. I'm also hearing a lot of worry is clearing out for you. A lot of fears are being cleared out for you because you have done this work on yourself. And so, like, you may have noticed that you feel so much more free. Like, I'm also hearing and aligned, not worried about any time, just living in the moment, experiencing each moment. That was a challenge for some of you here with like learning how to experience each moment. Cherish the time that you share with those that you love, right? You may have found it being a challenge finding time for that. And I feel that during this time, the universe has given this time, like showed this time for you, like showed you how to make time for, you know, the people that you love, the things that you love to do, right? Even if that's doing nothing, because I feel like this collective definitely need a break because of 2024 was a bang, right? It was definitely a bang. It shook you up inside and out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It really shook you up. And it also, someone here is dimming their light and that message is needing to come through. It also like showed someone else, like some on the flip side of that, how not to no longer dim your light, even if you're not accepted by some, you know, you're no longer in a space where you can care how people feel about you or feel about how you choose to live your life. I have written here, navigating the world around you. You are seeing this, the best words I have is this split in worlds. And so that you are no longer on that 3D program. Let me read something to you before I go into that. Look. So I'm going to read this to you. The dimensions are like a movie, because someone definitely well put this together. Exactly how you're probably seeing it as well. The 3D is you're in the movie and you play different parts, and you can see you can see others playing their parts, but don't realize that you're also in a movie as well. So that's what the 3D reality is. It is definitely a movie, and there's different parts that are being played. You see others playing their parts, right? But you're not aware that you are playing a part of that movie as well. So that's what the 3D, third dimension is. Then you move to a fourth dimension. You are no longer in the movie, and you're in the audience observing the movie and starting to awaken to the fact that you are a part of a movie. So in 5D, 4D, you begin to realize that you can see this movie, and you also realize, hey, there are parts of me who's playing in this movie as well. That's when you're able to like step back and see what you need to see, and you begin to make more changes, right? So you can see the different dimensions and where people are 3D, they're in completely in the movie and not aware that they're in the movie. 4D, they're aware they're in the movie, so they're making changes because they're aware of they're in this movie, that they're a part of this movie, no longer want to be a part of this movie. And then you go into 5D, which is you are now producing, directing, and casting, and are no longer in that movie, just observing. That's what it means to be the observer. And you are definitely seeing that. I feel the collective I'm speaking to, but take how it speaks to you. Be honest and real with yourself where you are. It's okay, because we've all been in these different dimensions. And know that, so in the 5D, you're no longer in the movie. You're just observing, and you know it's just a movie because you're awake. And that definitely brings me into feeling very much conscious. Let me know. Hit that like button if you are definitely feeling real conscious and aware, like never before, like so awake. Yo, hit that like button. Also hit that like button if I'm speaking to your heart, your soul, your spirit, and this message is resonating with you. Hit that like button, share this video, drop some comments down below. Let me know where you are, how this video resonates and speaks to you. If you're feeling the vibes, you open up to the truth, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get all the newest videos that I drop for you. You heard? Those who resonate, take what resonate and leave what doesn't. Don't make it a part of you if it ain't for you. You feel me? And also, if you are an Instagrammer, follow me on Instagram at Miss Kelly Travel Spiritually. With that being said, you're now navigating the world around you. So it's like the new reality. You can see it. You have birthed this reality. Like you have attracted in this reality. You're now in this new reality, and you are being able to now see that you are abundance. And you are on you're living now in an abundant reality. All this clearing and purging, I'm also hearing reset, right? There's definitely been a great reset, and it's definitely going to move more into 2025 where this is also going to be known. I feel like you have been experienced a reset within yourself as well. And I've heard, you've brought things into balance, right? So I definitely feel that what challenge as well can be is like navigating the world around you, right? I've noticed, I saw this the other day. First, I want to go into one thing that I experienced. I went to an event that I go to every year with my fiance, and I actually had fun last year. This year, after all the growth, which brings me into socializing, which is like, seemingly I was so good at it when I wasn't being who I truly was. Now I am not so good at it unless it's, reciprocal or like minds. And, we're talking about things that for me, I'm all about knowledge. I'm all about feeding my soul, and I'm all about learning and growing, right? And I'm all about realness and truth, right? Of course, fairness, justice as well. And so, like, those are the things I really like to talk about. I don't really like when people, I prefer, like, it's like, I said pet peeve of mine or whatever you want to call it, when people are, like, being fake, the facade, like, the mask, and, like, oh, everything's okay, but you can see the truth behind it. And I respect it because I live that way as well. But it's not like someone I would want to sit and conversate with, because I'm like a really deep person. For those of you, someone here may resonate with that. So socializing, I'm definitely a people person, but I'm also an introvert, which I never knew that until I had so many awakenings and remembered who I am. So socializing is not like small talk. It's like not that easy for me, and I've gotten used to like kind of being a hermit. So anyways, I went to this event, and it was not at all like it was last year, right? And I was ready to go. I was very uncomfortable, but before I went, my spirit told me that I was going to not fit in. So they gave me the idea that maybe the people that were there last year may not be there, because there were people there that was socializing with, and we were going deep. And that's why I enjoyed it. And that's exactly what happened. Those people were not there. People had already left early after we arrived a little later than what we usually do. And it's like, it was very uncomfortable. And of course I didn't fit in, which brings me into like, those of you who are resonating with this message today. It's like, once upon a time, fitting in was something that made you feel very left out in the cold, very uncomfortable, something that you wanted to do, you thought. Even if you tried to fit in, you still didn't, but it felt left out because you were very rare. Now it's like, hey, F it. You feel me? I'm not trying to fit in. I love standing out. I love not being like the crowd. I love being unique. I love being different. I love being weird. I'm no longer willing to lower myself or pretend to be someone that I'm not. I'm not willing to even participate in certain conversations that really are lowering and draining my energy, right? And I'm not here to make people comfortable. In fact, I'm here to shake up. You feel me? I am here to make people uncomfortable, because it's like, this is going into a whole nother message. It's like, a lot of times in life, people want you to lie to them. They don't want the truth, right? And that's what makes them comfortable with where they are. But you flip the script and you reverse that how does that help anyone, right? So if you think about that, it's like, I'm not here to make people comfortable and like just lie to them, right? Just so that they can feel comfortable. I am the truth, and I'm here and I'm going to live my truth. Rather, people are uncomfortable with me or not. It just is what it is. A lot of you here that I'm speaking to have struggled with that. And I experienced that at this party where a lady who hardly talks to me even when I see her anymore since I've grown. She was like really, right here, just really, really talking to me. And I'm just looking at her. No judgment. Not at all. You don't have to judge when you can just see the truth. You feel me? Besides, why would we judge when we understand? We understand because we've been there, right? It's about having compassion, but it's also, I'm not going to be fake. You feel me? So I just sit there and I listen. And I used to be a people pleaser, so I'd make people comfortable. I ain't go along to get along type stuff. I'm not doing that no more. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to what she's saying. I'm just looking at her, right? I don't have any words to say, so I don't say anything. I don't make up nothing to say. You feel me? And then she eventually just walks away, And it's kind of like, that's what I mean. It's like, that's what I feel like the challenge is with socializing, right? Or where it can feel uncomfortable for some of you because you may be questioning, like I heard, your power, your truth, yourself when you're doing things like this, but you know that it feels right. Like you have this deep sense of knowing. I'm also hearing clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairgustience, like inner knowing, clear knowing, like you know things, even you don't know how you know things at times, but you know these things. Just like you always know exactly what to say and what not to say, right? There's just so much that definitely has changed about you. You're not the same anymore, and you have grown so much, and it is time for you to fly. So if socializing with certain people is a challenge, it's okay. It's okay, because with the right people, I don't think that it would be so challenging, right? It's just like, this is just who you really have always been. I think that you feel that you knew that this is who you've always been. It's just crazy, right? Like me thought that I was just like never liked being alone, but all of a sudden I love being alone. Right? So you're just definitely learning about who you really are. When you hit the journey, you start to have awakenings. The first thing you start to learn is who you're not. So once you start to discover who you're not, you start then discovering eventually who you are, right? So now that's what you are learning. You're learning who you are, and you're definitely on the brink of another ascension, of another awakening, right? There's this contracting phase that has been going on. I think this is something that you're also adapting to right now. It's like you're contracting, you're feeling contracting, all of a sudden you feel expansion. You're feeling contracting and you're feeling expansion. You're feeling contracting and you're feeling expansion. It's an energy that you're also learning to work with. I just saw a glitch. Did you see that? And that's the energy that you're also learning to work with, right? You're noticing that for some of you here, like I can even say for myself, like I went to sleep for a long time today. It's like I woke up and I just had to go back to sleep. And there's also this energy of like not having most of your energy, meaning like if you have tasks to do, like if you clean house, it's like you're having to split these things into different days because you just don't have all that energy right now to like do the things that you would normally do all in one day. And I'm also hearing that energy is going to come back to you, and it may be like probably into January. Right now, your energy is being used for other things. right? As well as all this integrating, all these lessons, all this reflecting that you have been doing. Like, you are definitely, things are coming clear. There has been revelations. You have learned things about yourself. Just so much is coming together, and you're starting to understand a lot of those lessons at such a deep level. You're embodying these lessons, right? It's just so much that is going on, and you're preparing now, getting ready for the next stage of your ascension, right? The next stage of, look at the bottom of this deck, elevation, right? The next stage of your elevation, right? Which is definitely being confident and being open to receive from the universe is what you're going to notice that you're going to step into. You probably have this burst of confidence here lately. Maybe you want to change your hair, change your style, right? Like, you probably notice yourself walking up a lot, like, more straighter, more taller. You may have noticed how people are interacting with you way differently than before, and how some are staying completely out the way from you, and how some are gravitating towards you, because so much, I heard, your demeanor has changed. You know, when someone actually changes from the inside out, they no longer look the same. And that was also this message. Maybe someone needs to hear this, that I was watching the video, the movie 2012, and the man said to the grandson or son, he said, when you don't have all these opinions and expectations, then you leave room for the light of wisdom. So someone here might need that message. And when I looked at the clock, it was 21:12, literally. So there's definitely some more reflecting that's going on with the collective here that I'm also speaking with. Okay, I want to go into something else that I saw. So before I do, it's like you're navigating the world around you, right? So you're going to have to keep your spirits up high. How do I put this into words? It's like that the program, you understand the program, you understand how the 3D programming work. And so that could be the world that is around you, versus you're like in this whole other world, right? You're in this whole, so your physical body is in the 3D, right? But your mind and consciousness is like in a whole nother dimension, a whole nother world, but yet this other world exists around you. Have you noticed that? So it's like, that gives me also, we're going to go back to the socializing, like the connection is like, I can barely understand at times what people at a different frequency from me are saying, right? Also, you're going to notice how things are super fast and how super calm you are. So it's like the energy of the people from that world no longer affect you. It no longer has to affect you anymore, because you're not in resonance with that energy anymore, or are you on that program anymore? So it's like, you know, for instance, like we go into a gas station or something, and someone is, or even in a grocery store, you know, people have it all. The script is what it feels like. It is completely scripted, whatever they're supposed to say when someone walks in. Sometimes I'm like, hold on, excuse me. Can you say that again? I didn't understand what you said. Because they speak so fast, right? And it's also like you're someone who definitely has the skill, have learned the skill of listening, which is a skill, because everyone does not have that skill to be able to actually listen, right? So it's like you're real. So it's like you're actually trying to listen what someone says to you, yet you may have to ask again, like, hey, I'm sorry, can you repeat what you said? They may not be happy about it, but you gonna do you, because that's who you is. You gonna do what it do. So it's like that. You can notice that energy in that world. You can notice that frequency. You can notice that programming. So it's like navigating that world around you, right? It's like not much I can just yet put into words to explain this, but you're able to actually see this. You know, it gives me the vibes of like, you know, if you run a daycare or something, like you got a lot of kids, little kids are all over the place, you know, living the time of their life, you know, but they're everywhere. And so like you have to be very mindful that all these children are everywhere, right? And kids will be running all over the place. It kind of gives me that type of vibe. You have to just be mindful of your surroundings, you know, like of the people that are around you. They're moving on a whole nother frequency than what you are, if that makes sense. So that's something that you are learning to do. I told you, you're in a whole nother reality. Like the other day, what I want to share with you, also in that reality, you're going to notice a lot of sadness, right? And, you know, a lot of people are in karma. Like people are exactly where they're meant to be. People are exactly where they want to be. And you have to be okay and know that the universe does not make mistakes. People are exactly where they are meant to be. Which definitely brings me into like, you understand, because once things that, like, for instance, like when my car, I had to go get a part. I had got pulled over. Didn't know that my license plate went out. License plate light went out. Got another one, didn't work. Had to go in to get a professional to look at it and pay for their timing. And like in the past, that would have had me feeling fearful because I come from poverty. But I knew that this was God having me take care of whatever needed to be taken care of in that time. And versus, I have everything that I need to take care of it, right? So it's like you're starting to see things that maybe you used to fear or that maybe used to be problematic to you. You're starting to even understand pain, right? You're starting to see, understand sorrow. You're understanding God and everything, right? It's like it's actually beautiful to you, although it may be bitter sweet to others, or maybe just bitter to others. Even in destruction, there's beauty. Like you're able to see these things because of all that you have been through, right? Which is why you have this compassion and understanding of others, because you know that maybe they are not there in a place where they understand that just yet. They may not understand the things that they are going through just yet, but you are. So you're like definitely standing in your power, lovely soul. And it definitely, so that's also being mindful of that. Even trust that everyone is where they're meant to be is what you're being guided to do, because when it's loved ones, it can be a bit more challenging for some of you, and some of you are definitely hanging on right now, wanting to change the world. Being you, the changes you make does change the world. You are the change that you wish to see in the world. And it's like sometimes we want to change people because we see the good in them, we see the potential within them, but they have to see that and change themselves, so someone here is definitely struggling with that. That was another message that was coming through with that. So that is another thing that you are going to be up for the challenge with. Okay, and I pulled the card and I asked the universe, what is it that you want to speak to about this collective here? What message would you like to share? Look at this. You're in a time of receiving. Look at this. Learning to receive the phantom energy is what I'm feeling here. And it's saying true manifestations are powered by service and love. Being of service and from love. Working from your heart space, right? Loving for no reason, right? Being of service, period. However that means to, whether you create a business and there's opportunities here for others, right? And, it's aligned with you and it's still coming from love, right? And someone, the people there are being of service, right? Or however it works for you, it doesn't have to be just this certain way, right? It could be whatever it is to be of service. And it's almost like me, what I'm feeling is like when you're being of service, right? As well, it's like, it's something that you love to do. It's also like, I don't know, it definitely helps with being authentic, right? And present and things like that as well is what I'm picking up. So like, I definitely feel like being authentic and real, being of service, being love is how you are attracting in manifestations, true manifestations that align with you. And it definitely gives me the vibe, like I feel that it's more about presence. It's more about how you feel. It's more about your presence than it is of accomplishments. You're no longer like focus on accomplishments, because true manifestations are being of service and of love. So it's just about your presence now. So that's another drastic change that has occurred with the collective that I'm also speaking here with today, which I want to take you into. What the universe is also teaching you how to receive. So step into those opportunities that are there for you. Stay open to receive and keep your mind focused and present with where you are, okay, and not in the past. Like when we started the video of like looking back, if you look at this card, this guy is like really looking back. So keep your mind like with you, looking forward, thinking forward and not looking back, so that you're not missing opportunities that are going to be presented to you, because they are coming. Another thing that the universe is showing you is the universe doesn't want you to try harder. That's that old programming, right? It wants you to breathe, let go, and be open to things being easier and more magical than you could ever imagine. Those who flow as the universe flows know they need no other force. So align with the cosmos and let the magic happen. So by now you know that everything is definitely happening for you. You know this without a benefit of a doubt. Like you really know that everything is happening for you, no matter what it looks like. You're able to see the positive in everything, lovely soul, because that's the collective that I'm here speaking with today. Okay. And excuse me, let me show you this. So then I was at the store and I saw 5959. I was drawn to it, and literally we ended up parking right behind it. And I was guided and drawn to look at this number, look it up. And also, like, pay attention to what you're drawn to, okay? Because there's synchronicities. The universe is speaking to you, right? Because even on 12, the day before, a couple days before 12/21, I was drawn to a license plate that said 12/21. Didn't dawn on me till later on, like, oh, that's why I seen 12/21. That's what's coming up, right? The winter solstice, the new era, right? A time of hibernating. But I Googled this number because I was guided to it, and it brought me to tears because you are ready. And you're having the butterfly experience because you have gone through a series of transformation that has had many highs and lows, but you are ready to emerge better, stronger, wiser, and more in tune with your authentic self than ever before because you are now ready to fly. That's exactly, I don't know if you can see that, what I had Googled that day, and that's exactly what had come up, and I was definitely guided to share it with this collective. You are now ready to fly. So many transformations, so many rebirths, so much that you have experienced that you are now understanding the patterns of how it works when you've transformed. What's next? The next pattern. You are definitely in tune and aware of this. So you can see that the universe is definitely now working with you to receive. To be received. Look at that, opened arms to receive. Okay, and so there's a situation that some of you are in right now, and that is definitely in a period of calm. You're definitely in a period of calmness. Okay, so like, don't take on anything extraordinary. So just don't take on too much is what I'm feeling right now. Okay, just trust your intuition. At the end of the day, listen to your own inner guidance over anybody, even me. Trust what you're being guided to do. The challenge could be receiving. So the challenge that you could be facing right now, it definitely could be with receiving here. Okay, and also it could be stepping up to being a leader, because that's exactly how you're moving into 2025. You're now the leader. You've been preparing for this. It's always been who you are. And the advice is definitely to, before going on this new adventure, definitely being mindful of how you see yourself. How do you see this yourself? How do you show up in this world? And what is it that you want to, what goals do you want to set that you want to move toward into 2025? And what is it from that old reality that is there showing you that it needs to be left behind? So what is it that needs to be released? What is it that needs to let go? What always don't go where you are right now, right? So what coming up that needs to be let go of, right, is what I'm always, y'all already know that's the drift. That's the name of the game. So definitely, before you're embarking on this new journey, there's going to be some things that you need to let go of, okay? And don't force nothing. Do not force nothing, because y'all heard the message that we just read from that card. Like, you need no other force, because you're just here flowing along with the universe, okay? So let's get you a message for this collective, please, Spirit. I did not expect this message to come out like this. I just decided, I'm going to come on here and let it flow and let it be what it is. Let it come out how it does. So many different messages have come through, and I've done my best to deliver them straight to you. Okay, maybe you search the branches for what is only in the root. So go deeper and look elsewhere. You need more. So there's something deeper that need to get to the root of something. There is something that could be manifested out through you, right? There could be a pattern. There could be something you're wondering, why do I do this? Why am I acting like this? Why do I feel like this? What causes this thing? Going deeper and getting to the root of whatever this is, so that you can rip this out. Okay, so like when you plant a seed over time, it grows, and then it grows up like this. So definitely got to get to the root of something and pull that out. Okay, so that could be a specific message for someone out there that is needed. We always going to get down to the go deeper. We be getting down and dirty with it. The deeper you go, the more high you flow. 222 on the clock. Right now, you may be in this phase where you're not feeling like all this confident, all that, because you're in this dip phase, but you're definitely moving into where you're going to be very confident about what you're doing, about yourself, just being in your own body, in your own skin. You're going to be very confident, okay? That's what you're moving into as well. And being that confident, it's just like you're going to be in that right space, in that right time, like seeing those opportunities. being in tune with the guidance that you're being guided, right? It's going to change up a lot for you. Okay, look, so trust is the card that flows out. Look at that beautiful, we speaking of confidence, yellow, solar plexus chakra. You might even notice a cleanse, a purging going on in the solar plexus chakra to build that confidence. I trust life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my path is placed there for my growth. Double confirmation on what we just said today. Double confirmation on what we just said today. Wow. So yes. Look, acceptance, harmony, success, open up to the universe. Check it out. I knew I was guided to look at those cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and get an angel card to end this message. Oh, this one flipped over. Let's take it. 0303, taking chances, success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, and optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary, whether in your professional or personal life. You will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. Check it out. Look at that. And it wanted to come out for you. 0303. You've probably also been seeing 333 a lot as well. Those are the messages that I have for here for you today. You know, your life is going to unfold better than expected. So just work through whatever it is that you're being guided to work through. Taking time for yourself. Resting, looking after yourself, nurturing. When you feel good, you look good. When you feel good, everything good, right? It's all about how you feel, and that is most important to you, right? So those are the messages I have for you. Till next time, I love you. Keep taking care of yourself. Things are not at all what they seem. Okay, I heard don't fall for any delusion. Okay, self-delusion. Be mindful. Don't tap into any energies that only taken from you when you get no gain, that don't align with you. You're very aware and conscious of so much now. I love you. Till next time, one love.